Well, this probably will be an energetic lesson because we're talking about plasma.
So what is plasma exactly? Plasma is simply a gas of energized specks called ions. On a smaller scale, plasma occurs when negatively charged particles, called an electron, breaks off of an atom, which is the smallest building block of matter, and moves to another atom, thus energizing it. Where could you find plasma in nature? Well, you can actually find it in space, and for this topic we're talking about Saturn. There's a spacecraft called Cassini which went to Saturn and actually gathered information on plasma using a sensor called a plasma spectrometer. Well, it was basically just a sensor that measured or detected electrons and ions.
Saturn's moon Enceladus releases particles, kind of like clouds, and all the particles get energized by Saturn's magnetosphere and ultraviolet light. They then become ions. The ions are all gathered and they become plasma. Let's say the green represents fast-moving particles, which do crash into the heavy-moving particles, which happen to be orange. The particle on the left is a positive one due to the overpowering positive red protons. And over to the right is a neutral particle due to the protons and electrons being equal in quantity. The positive ion is actually called a cation, and as it hits the neutral particle, it steals an electron. The cation is now neutral because its protons and electrons are equal in quantity. The neutral particle has a positive charge because it has one proton. Well, now since we know what plasma is, let's talk about Cassini. Cassini was launched October 15, 1997. It was in space for about 19 years, 13 of them actually studying Saturn. Okay, so let's do a little recap. We learned what plasma is and how it forms around Saturn. We also covered how Cassini gathered information about Saturn's plasma. Nobody really knows what the future holds, because it hasn't really been explored yet. Who knows what else we'll find about Saturn? Maybe even cars will be powered by plasma in the future. But all I could really do in the meantime is wait.